Hello and welcome to Casting Roles, a persistent D&D campaign played by a bunch of theater nerds. Thank you for joining us. If you're liking the show, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you'd like to contact the show, you can find us on Twitter at Casting Roles and on Facebook at Casting Roles ILM. Our videos are uploaded on YouTube every Friday, and we occasionally stream on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our Twitch channel. But with no other announcements, we'll go ahead and start the show. So, ticket takers, after some incredibly surprising choices by Juridan, in which they saved Yorian from eventual arrest at the hands of Bolton Kuhn once he discovered that Yorian was a double agent, you all found yourself racing through the streets of Feldspar, all converging on the airship, which Yorian had attempted or was attempting to steal. There, Soris and Kamana were already waiting and made a quick deal with Yorian to make sure the Rats of Rylus were safe, and then that would hand over the airship to him. However, Marlowe and Anzel and Abel arrived, and Anzel very quickly, and with Marlowe, boarded the airship and made things a little bit more complicated. Some Tidewater soldiers as well as Scaled Fold soldiers arrived and added to the kerfuffle that was developing. And then all of this activity drew the attention of Gelcor and Ionia, the leaders of the Scaled Fold in Feldspar, who attacked on their wyvern. And a battle ensued in which there was some strong back and forth, mixed purposes being executed as Enzel locks Yorian down at the beginning of the fight and puts him under lock and key. But in the end, you did manage to take out the two Scaled Fold leaders. But in the process, after a moment of subterfuge on Marlowe's part and in capturing Juridan, found that Bolton had kind of locked these elements down. Putting Juridan under arrest, Bolton was met with a surprise response from jury that they had diplomatic immunity as Ambrielle Windsor, the long-lost daughter of the Windsor family, who had been missing for the last 6 years. So ticket takers with Marlowe and jury and Kaimana in that space awakening with Bolton Kuhn there. And him kind of just stepping back away for a moment in this. What would you all like to do?
Did he take me with him? Is he holding my arm?
No, the moment you claimed diplomatic immunity and revealed yourself, he kind of stepped back. He's keeping a close presence on you, but he released you from that grip.
Jury, are you still on top of me?
No, I got up. I rolled off of you. I think when I said I had diplomatic immunity, I rolled off of you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just imagining that image in my head. You rolling over dramatically and posing.
Diplomatic immunity.
I have diplomatic immunity.
I think that's literally what happened.
Yeah.
I was like, am I under arrest? Oh, hold on, fuck
it. we need that drawn. Juridan just sprawled, draw me like one of your French girls on the cobblestones, and underneath it just says diplomatic immunity.
It's on your character sheet now.
That's a trait. I have diplomatic immunity.
Jury is standing there and is looking off to the side and isn't looking at any of you specifically.
Mar's still on the ground, just laying there, just chilling. Awake, but just chilling there.
Bolton whistles for a moment. You see Anzel hop down and head over your direction, and he puts out his hand and she hands him a cuff. And he says, regardless of your position, I will need you to put this on, Juridan.
Wait, I thought you said I wasn't under arrest.
You're not, but it is now my responsibility as a leader of the Crown to make sure you are safely returned to your family. And given your previous attempts at escape, we need to make sure that can happen.
I got him. I start getting to my feet, and Mara's stumbling a little bit as she does this. No, I can totally also crown oriented. And oh shit. I know the Windsor family personally, so I can make sure. I didn't know what the fuck was happening here with this one, but I can totally get him back. We were headed to Alyria after this anyway, so yeah, totally.
He hands the cuff over to you.
I just look at it for a second, and then I take it. Right. Mm-hmm. Jury, are you... Can I... I just kind of look at you.
Can't you just take my dulcimer? That's how I cast.
Can I just do that?
Whatever you think would be the most effective at preventing Jordan from attempting escape. Sorry.
I raise my eyebrows at you.
I take the dulcimer. It for sure throws Mar off balance.
Yeah, I can hold it.
Great. I pass it off to you.
Oh, he's so tiny with all my
The dulcimer is the size of Kaimana. At this point, one of the remaining risk breakers has climbed up to the ship and has kind of moored off and is in control of the ship. And it's now just, instead of moving in a continuous loop, it is now just there and stationary.
I look at Bolton and I'm like, I expect to be informed of any decision you make on the matter of Yorian and his men.
Considering your father's place in the patricians, not quite within your purview.
Poor guy is not getting...
Can I know? I mean, with what I did, can I know? I won't tell them, obviously. Can I know?
Needless to say, that once we return to Alyria, there will be a detailed investigation into Yorian's role, his plans and his thoughts, and we will of course want to talk to each of the ticket takers in detail to flesh out exactly what you knew and when.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure there'll be an adequate investigation on how someone of that sort became your right-hand man, so... And I, smile at him. Sure, it'll be fun for all of us.
Surely. And, your father has been so distraught these last 6 years, he will, of course, want to see you post-haste.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be real torn up about it. We should go get the rest of our group, so...
All right. He kind of puts his hand to his ear for a moment and then kind of looks in the direction of the ship, and he says he's not saying anything, but then for Saurus, not yours, nor is Saurus the only one on the ship still? I can't even remember. I took my minis down.
So it's off because he grabbed Alyria, what's her name?
Oh, literally none of you are on the ship anymore. So
he did the belly flop with her, using her as the cushion his landing and take her out of the fray.
You all watch as the ship begins a move back away towards the edge and out of sight, away from these buildings. And then Anzel kind of steps around the corner to Abel and Saurus. We are all gathering. If you would like to join us, please.
What's her name?
Okay, go ahead and roll. Well, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
You're like, one moment.
I'm checking for broken bones.
Well, specifically,
She might have a
one of the things
broken bone in
I'm
the
looking
wallet.
for is something that is distinct, like how basically what would be a token that what's his name would take, were he to have killed them in the night. The way he brings back cups or belt buckles, or
absolutely. So, what did you get?
Boyfriend.
What'd you get on your?
Investigation 14.
14. Okay, yeah, with the 14, there's 3 distinct things that you discover on her. One, there is a holy symbol on that she wears as a necklace, and it's a violet stone with a central eyepiece with 3 rays coming off of it. So it's like a silver inlaid eye with 3 rays that are holding the violet stone in place. And that's intercentric. There is a wand in a hip holster at her waist. And then the other thing that you immediately recognize is that she has a similar bracer to the one that Abel had discovered in bed the other day that Abel's now wearing, that has the draconic writing and the draconic symbolism on it. She also has 15 platinum.
So a draconic bracer. Okay. And 15 plat.
Yep. A wand, a holy symbol, a draconic bracer, and 15 platinum. Yep.
Yep. Alrighty. And what's his name? The other guy that we killed, is his body still on the ship, or did it fall off as well?
It fell off after Marlowe right as he was standing on the edge of the ship, delivered the death blow to him. His body tumbled off, so it's kind of in the streets nearby.
So I'm going to go find that and loot it as well.
It blew up, but there are elements of it that did not go. His sword has fallen off to the side, the one that became animated. Or sorry, his glaive, a very large dragon boned but etched with runes, with a really elegant wooden handle. It's a very large glaive. There is also a very similar holy symbol that was probably a part of his armor, with the eye and the violet stone, but not much else. He didn't carry a lot.
Okay. Good enough. Join up with the rest of the group.
All right. Abel?
You see us? We look very awkward.
Yeah. Abel? What are you doing? You're muted, though.
Oh, sorry about that. I guess I'll just meet up with the rest of the group around where Anansi would have seen the fall of Jury and Mar.
Okay. So you walk around the corner and see Bolton standing near Jury and Mar, both kind of separate from one another, and Zell standing in the corner there.
And Kaimana is holding my dulcimer.
Yeah, Kaimana's holding the large instrument of Juridan.
Is the dulcimer?
Don't fuck with my dulcimer. What is your question?
Can I play the dulcimer?
You can certainly play the dulcimer.
Okay. I'm just kind of like plucking at it.
All right. What does he have to roll?
I don't know. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh no! Oh my god, dude. So you have to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
15.
Okay, wisdom.
Yeah, it's good for Druid. Yeah.
Not good. 10.
So I'll roll your damage. Not a lot, but you take 4 psychic damage.
You pluck the first string, and this burst of energy hits into your brain, Kaimana.
And I go, you're gonna want to not touch that. Like, you're not gonna. Stop! Stop! I think it does. It happens. I think
it does every time you try to play it. Yeah.
Do you play it again?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make another DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
There we go. Nat 20. 27.
You see, play it without concern. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Is that because you're not attuned to it? If you're not attuned to it, it's
yes.
Yeah.
Come on, give it back to Mar, please.
No, I'm possessive now.
Oh no! If he wants to learn how to play, I mean, that's what I'm.
Look, come on, it's not even mine.
I'm gonna support his new dream.
It's not even mine. You can't play it.
Now.
What is happening today?
That's
yours,
a you question, I think.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, I suppose.
Perhaps we don't want to have any of those conversations in the street. We don't
And there
know.
are Tide Warders and Skeltfold still around.
Yes. We can head back to Mystario Springs post-haste. We need to make sure
Sure.
that Yorian is safely put away. And we need to make sure that you are comfortable, Ambriel.
No, it's
Who?
Juridan. You just
Ambriel.
you don't have to call me that. It's just Juridan.
Juridan.
Is that like
Thank
a middle
you.
name or something?
Something like that. Sure. Let's talk at the Springs.
So Bolton takes point and begins to walk back towards Mysterio Springs. Anzel very clearly takes the back position behind the rest of the ticket takers as you are all moving back towards Mysterio Springs. It's probably a 10-minute walk, but if there's any conversation that you guys want to have as you're going, or is this a very quiet
Can I go
slog through
back to
town?
where Ansel is?
Yeah, you can be at the back with Anzel. Yeah.
Dude, you got like thrown off the ship. Are you good?
I will be okay. It was quite
Cool.
fun to fight by your side, though. I think I might have learned a few things.
Oh yeah, I mean I learned a lot from you. I don't really remember what the fuck just happened, quite honestly, but I'm sure internally, like I probably internalized stuff I learned from you. It's just kind of a blur, right? You know what.
Are you doing okay? Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Do you mind? And she kind of reaches out a hand.
How big are a glaze over?
Very large. Anzel kind of reaches out a hand, like kind of as a request of like, do you mind if she touches you?
Yeah.
Okay. And she touches your shoulder and you see her eyes flash white for a second and then she, well, I can help with a little of this, but not all of it. And she traces some sigils in the air and releases, and you feel kind of this wave cross over you, and like the poison condition that had come because of the quicksilver fades, but that cloudiness in your brain is still definitely present.
Cool. Oh shit, yeah. Body feels great.
But the mind, I assume, might be still...
What?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the ability to fix that problem, but...
It's good. It's just allergies. I'll get over it.
Of course, yes.
Denial's a river in Egypt.
Hey, that's not a lie. It is an allergy.
That is very true. All right. Anything else as you guys are making your way back?
I'll just kind of be next to Saurus and Abel and be like, hey, we're about to talk about a lot of confusing stuff, so they might call me like Ambriel Windsor. Neither of you probably know what that means, which is great. But I will tell you when we get in.
Can I make a history check, Josh, to know
Yep.
if I know who Ambriel Windsor is?
Yeah, go ahead. Abel, you can too.
So would he know? With his
Source, you
interaction?
definitely don't know.
Princess?
No.
Seven.
Only thing
Anytime
Saurus
there's a
might
history
remember-
check, I'm like,
Well, Saurus might remember what I have said about Amalia.
Wouldn't know Ambriel, but would recognize the name Windsor.
Yeah,
but there, to me, that's just another last name.
Yeah.
that's fair.
So
That's very fair.
it would.
Yeah.
I'm sure the princess would have mentioned like the patrician families and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You probably would have studied it in school as well.
Yeah.
So your history
So,
check.
yeah, I got a
Your
23.
family got
23?
studied in school.
Yeah.
All right. So just in case you're wondering if I say anything like going forward, what Kaimana's thinking at this moment is that Juridan is like the best liar on the planet. Juridan has convinced this guy that they are clearly someone they're not.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So come on and do an opposite sketch, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
When you step back, Juridan, you do notice Yorian, who's at the front with Bolton and is being led by Bolton, kind of turn, and he's like looking, but you can't tell if he's overhearing any of this, but he's definitely trying to make eye contact with you. Abel, what you do know about the Windsor family is that they are, and you probably would have paid particular attention to them because of your goals as an artificer. The Windsor family very famously were a group of people who rose to prominence and power because they founded the Halls of Origination, which is the artificing school within Alyria. Not the current head of the family, but the previous head was the head artificer of the Illyrian government. He built some of the first Quicksilver airships. He was a powerful individual within the crown, and then the crown recognized that by making the Windsor family one of the first, or kind of raised them to the level of nobility because of that action. And now the current generation of Windsor still oversee the Halls of Origination. The leader of the Windsor family, whose name is Warren Windsor, is not an artificer himself, but is still like the dean or whatever, or the chancellor of the Halls of Origination. You don't know a lot about like the inner like workings of their family, but you do know that background of the Windsors. Yeah.
Just like topical.
Yeah.
I said, so you're related to the Windsor family, the proprietors of the Halls of Origination School?
Unfortunately.
That is a very big legacy to walk away from.
It's a Shuri's like laughing at you kind of like manically. Oh my god. Do I look like I artifice anything, Abel?
No, but it's still I know the school is still run by an individual who is not himself an artificer, so
Yeah, he's an
there's
asshole.
still a lot of prestige. Oh, wow.
What? You have a good family relationship? Congratulations.
Well, we all have our issues, but it's still a lot to walk away from.
Shuri just starts laughing again.
How close is Bolton Coon to us?
He's not like super close. He's like 10 feet or so.
All right, I'm gonna get up behind Abel to where like I can whisper to him and Bolton Coon won't hear me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, "Good job trying to sell it. Keep it up."
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I'll keep it up.
Perfect. Keep it. Yeah. Good job. Keep going.
Amazing.
What was the head of the school's name again? Wilton?
Warren.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go there, Abel?
I did not, but it was one of the schools that, between that and the Violet Cloister, that I was considering continuing my education when I left Nuevia.
What great choices.
Well, partially duty bound to attend one or the other. And instead I joined the ticket takers. So
Honestly, probably the best option.
I am learning a lot. Looks like regardless, my path was intertwined with those schools, regardless of what I was trying to do. So
It's usually how stuff like that happens.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm just
Yeah. So a few more minutes pass, and it's interesting, like as you're walking through the streets, like you don't see any of the normal raving bands of soldiers. You guys had known that the ticket takers had, not the ticket takers, Lord, the Tide Warders had mostly pulled back towards the stockade after Rennis Wade's disappearance and Captain Kit's disappearance, but also not seeing a lot of the scaled fold activity within town. And you make it back to Mysterious Springs with no issues or conflicts. The moment you arrive, Bolton hands Yorian off to somebody, or a couple risk breakers there, and says, put him in a safe place, please. And then he turns to you, Jordan, and says, let me show you to your quarters, Mrs. Windsor.
Ew, gross. Don't ever say that to me ever again.
Apologies.
But we need to plan
Jordan
our
Windsor.
next move.
You are free, of course, to join Jordan in their suite, but they must be taken there.
Or their prison cell.
Sure.
So he guides you through and back towards like the open air space where the springs are. And there was the structure that he had kind of set up his office and shop in. But there's another structure in the back that is like this, like it's almost like I don't even know. It's basically like a pool house. So it's a beautiful columns on the front and a beautiful open atrium door. And he leads you in, and it's a well-furnished room that has a sitting area. There's like a bed that's got beautiful curtains hanging around it, plants everywhere. And the front doors open up very much to the springs space. But he kind of motions and says, until we are able to leave Feldspar, Jordan, this will be your home. I will have 2 risk breakers set up on the outside, and your dulcimer will remain in our property and possession until we arrive back in Anavir.
Are you saying I can't aid the Feldspar mission anymore?
As long as I am present, I will be happy to allow you to aid in that. Yes.
I guess that's acceptable.
And he kind of nods to the rest of you. Marlo, at some point, I would love to have a conversation with you.
Oh, sick, dude. Yeah.
But I will leave you to it. I'm sure you have much to talk about. And he kind of makes his way back out of the springs to his quarters.
Man, I can't tell if that guy hates me or likes me.
As soon as he leaves, I just like lay on the floor, like face down. I just like slowly get down on the floor.
I think Mar will sit down next to you and just start like patting your back a little bit. It's okay, buddy.
I have one potion of greater healing. Which one of you needs it worse?
It won't
I'm
heal
good.
what I'm feeling.
Nothing that a good night's sleep will not fix for me.
Hell yeah, dude.
My life is ruined. I ruined everything.
What?
I don't know.
Happened? You just disappeared with Yorian and come
I
back.
flip over and I'm like, I like motion.
Okay.
And I like mouth to you. I'm like, I like point at the ears, like they could be. This
That
room
is very true. Let me see what spells I may have. I don't think I have anything that's useful.
You're muted, Atwood, but I can hear you in the other room.
Kaimana plays the dulcimer louder.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
He never stopped playing.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. As long as you continue playing, yeah.
Yeah.
Picking out a little ditty on the walk.
And I will pull out my piccolo and join in.
Okay.
Is he playing badly?
Roll a performance check. So come on.
That depends on what I'm going to do.
Actually, yeah, you could just add your performance. You're not proficient, so
5.
5. No, he is not playing well. It sounds like he might be breaking the dulcimer.
That's for the better. It means you're not going to want to listen.
I get up and I like try to grab it from you. I'm like, this was my mom's. You can't play it like that.
Turn it upside down and keep playing.
I'm gonna try to. I like have it, and I'm gonna try to like get it out of your hands. I'm like, let go of it.
Are you?
I'm serious.
Oh.
No.
All right, I'm rolling strength.
Yeah, make a strength check. Come on and make a strength check as well.
Okay, I'll make a strength check. Can I say that like I'm I'm not like fighting to pull it back. I'm just fighting to hold on to it, and so like Jordan's picking it and me up.
Yeah, we'll see what. We'll see what the strength is.
I rolled a 3.
No, like it is like Jordan's trying to pull it, but it's very much like
I rolled
just
a 12.
it's kind of going back and forth, and you're just no. You managed to hold on to it.
Dirty little otter.
Yeah.
Look, do you want me messing around with your family stuff?
Do you want to hold the shiny?
Look, you just need to not mess with this. It's all I have. And like Jury's like voice cracks.
Okay, Maya, let's go.
Oh.
Thank you. It's just I like put it to the side. Look, there's just like a lot of family stuff right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I lost my temper. I should have said that to you like that. Sorry. Look.
So who is this Windsor person?
The Windsor family is one of the patrician families.
Okay.
I guess just ask me questions and I'll answer as much as this room allows.
What's a patrician family?
Oh my god.
Have you not been listening to anything that Mara has said?
No.
You really don't listen when I sit up and went down, do you?
No, I'm just messing. But he's
Come on, it's probably not just messing, but that would not even.
Yeah, I feel like come on is like a participation family.
Yeah.
Precipitation.
That's rain.
So the Windsors are one of those families. I guess my dad did artificing stuff. There you go.
So how are the two combined?
What do you mean? My dad and my mom?
I mean, how are these two things related?
Him and artificing?
No, your dad and the Windsors.
He's Warren Windsor. That's who he is. He's the head of the
So
Windsor.
you're a Windsor.
Yeah. I was a Windsor.
Dude, Amalia's your aunt.
Look,
That's
I've never heard of her.
Like you guys are cousins.
No. I don't know if that's true. Like,
well, no, because she kind of like is my mom. That's not true. Like, I had a mom, right? Like, I had one, so she's like my two mom. Not like that though, because my parents were straight. Actually, well, no, that's not true because we never had that conversation. I think I made an assumption, and that's on me. You know,
when Amalia showed up, she said she was a Windsor, and I thought she was just making it up.
Oh no, that's true. That's 100% true. She just got kicked out because you know.
What? Because my dad's an idiot? Yeah, probably.
Oh.
I meant the thing, but yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That can be a tough topic to tackle.
Mar, you also know that it was the father at the time who was the one who drove her out, not
Oh shit!
not her brother.
Yeah.
So the granddad.
Yeah.
Jurdit's grandfather.
Yeah. I've never heard of her. Dad's never talked about her.
Well, she's living with them now. Did I fuck up? Are they like really? Did I fuck up on that one?
The way you describe your father, I'm concerned that he may not be the best.
I was just trying to make a say, but if that's, it sounds like I put her in a very fucked up situation. And that sucks.
I don't think he's trustworthy. I don't think any patrician family is, but him in particular.
Well, you have a cool aunt now, so I know that doesn't make up for anything, but that's kind of something.
Kind of crazy, fucked up that I met her and didn't know that. So that's weird.
That's okay. She didn't recognize it either. So
I mean, it's not like I could have told her. So at the time.
What about your father is not trustworthy? It sounds like that's exactly where the risk breakers are trying to send you back to.
Well, it's really weird and awkward to talk about after not talking about it for a very long time. But I don't know how much to say. Him and my mom were married, and then they weren't. And I don't know how much of that was her leaving and how much was his fault. And I'm starting to think more and more it was his fault. So pretty sure it was his fault. It really seems like it. So, but
Do you know where your mother is, or is she missing?
no, I don't know where she is.
Oh,
They said she went missing, but I think she left. She left me, so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, it's such a happy childhood story, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, that's my mom's dulcimer. Why I don't like people touching it. And there you go.
We gotta get Kaimana a fidget spinner.
He has so many shinies, though. You would think.
He does the other thing where they like juggle a pebble back and forth.
Wow. Does anyone else know about this?
No. I don't think so. Maybe one person, but no.
Iris?
I'm like, I make the motion like, don't talk about that shit right now.
Lily?
Like the
Petunia.
flower.
The flower.
Rose?
Mar,
It's just so passionate about botany.
does the Adventurers Guild have to always listen to the authorities?
So we are technically employed by and work for the crown, yeah.
Which is why you were tasked to bring me in for a minute there.
Is a patrician family under the employ of the... Do they operate with the crown's authority?
Josh, answer this question for me.
Make a intelligence check with disadvantage.
I can make a check too,
And
right?
with the modifier that we talked about?
Oh no, just the disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I can make a check too, right?
Yeah.
Intelligence
Not
for me?
one.
Oh, okay. So Marlo, you go to answer, and it's like this is something that you should absolutely be able to just like right off the top, but there's just this cloudiness in your brain that you cannot put it together in your head.
That's.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
So I make an intelligence check.
Yeah, go ahead. Yours would be a history check, Terry. Yeah.
Oh, well, I got a nat 20, so with
yeah.
maybe 20. I was a patrician, as a matter of
Yeah,
fact.
so that makes absolute sense.
You did justice right
Yeah.
there.
So Juridan, you know that while the patricians work like that, they are within Alyria, that as an organization, they are not actually connected to the crown in any way, because it was a way for these super powerful families to all come together and almost like a union, I guess, like express their power as a unit. And when they did that, it forced the crown to kind of recognize their power and authority. So the crown works with them, but the crown does not control them.
Corporations are people too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I eloquently explained this.
Yeah.
So can the patricians contract the Adventurers Guild?
We work contracted
Yeah.
by it, patrician.
Yeah, they could.
So could Juridan pay us to break them out of jail?
Oh, don't worry, buddy. I'm not going to jail. Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't know how far this thing I talked about stretches, so I've never really flexed my evil superpowers. So
I mean, can you just join the guilds? Do you
That's the
want to
plan.
join the guilds?
Well, I don't have much of an option, do I?
All right. Well, I meant it as like a genuine offer. Like I would love for you to join the guild, but if you don't wanna, I'm sorry.
Look, I had a completely different plan before we came to this town. While we were in this town, I'm gonna help you guys. You just seem like nice people, and now I like care about you in some capacity, which makes this very blurry for me.
That's nice.
So, yeah. I probably would, in some capacity, have had to change my plans anyway. I just didn't think it would be this soon. I didn't think it would be for these reasons. This is fucked up. Just everything. It's just like wild-eyed. Like, everything is fucking crazy. I can't believe I did any of this. This is so stupid. Start pacing. Any more questions? Any more questions from the crowd? Anyone else?
So do you want to be a member of the Adventurers Guild?
No, I just want to do my own thing, but now I have to do this. Okay.
Wait, here, I take off my Adventurous Guild pin and put it on you. If you let me.
I like put my hands up a little bit and I like take it from you.
All right. That's
Sorry.
fair. I probably would have stabbed you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Probably would have, yes.
Oh,
Ow!
shady.
I'm just kidding. This is a joke.
What are
Bad
you talking
timing.
about?
Bad timing. Are you okay?
What are you referencing right now? Yeah, no, I remember totally. What?
Wait, when you stabbed me with your sword on accident, you felt really bad about
I'm gonna make an
it.
intelligence check with just
Yeah, go ahead.
just trying to remember what they're talking about.
Shit.
What is going on?
Probably not. What?
Why?
God,
Are you having memory lapses, Ma?
no. You're having memory lapses.
No, that's very mature. We are genuinely concerned.
I'm fine. Sometimes. Yeah.
Insight check.
Go ahead and make an insight check. Make a deception roll.
Insight check.
Because you are forgetting basic information about.
Can I do the worst deception roll of all time right now?
Yeah, go ahead. And it's not at a disadvantage because it's a charisma check, but yeah.
Insight.
A 16, baby?
Uh-oh.
Incredible for my standards.
Oh, really? 24.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
so Mar looks very much like they're like trying to be very honest, but you're able to see through that there's something that Mar is hiding from you about this interaction.
Okay. Marlo, I don't think you're being completely honest here. If there's something wrong, you should tell us. We could probably help you. I mean, we are your friends, and even more importantly, we're your partners. So if you are suffering in some way, we should know, so it doesn't put the rest of the group in danger.
I mean, sometimes if there's not anything you can do about a thing, it's like, why bother,
Well, let's consider that whatever these memory lapses are could potentially harm the rest of us.
All right, so werewolf?
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Silver? Quicksilver. That's what I wanted.
Mar.
What?
You being in proximity to the Quicksilver is
Mar
causing...
threw
I took
it
in
on
the face,
themselves.
though. No.
Oh, I wouldn't have known not to say that. But I'm like, Mar.
Yeah, no, I inhaled that shit.
I hate
And that does a lot, man. One, I don't think anyone should inhale it ever. Even if you're not. But two,
even without the...
yeah, it's pretty
Accountable.
bad.
It's not good for you.
No.
Kamana, is there anything you can do?
Not till a long rest.
I don't know. I mean, the hot one? What's the name?
Unzel.
The hot one? No, I'm not. I'm saying this in character.
And also in character, I'm like, which one do you think is the hot one?
That's...
Unzel?
the woman. What are you talking about? Bolton Coon? Is that what you
No,
mean?
I meant in the whole town, but you mean Unzel.
Oh, the woman.
Yeah, I saw how you look at it. It's fine.
Okay, fuck off.
I mean, you were really upset when I threw her off the ship.
threw someone off a ship. That's fair.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I can't lie to you.
Nah, that's fair. I'm not subtle, I don't think.
I had to heal her. I felt so bad.
She's fine.
She's
Nah, she looked at me and she kind of cleared up a little bit, but she said she couldn't do anything else for me. So I think I'm, maybe it just takes some time to get it out of my system,
That's loud.
Sorry.
We just got
All right,
copyrighted.
Mar, well, we'll give you some time, but if this gets worse, you have to do something about this.
Define
See someone.
worse.
Is this something that a basic healing will take care of for you? Do you not have
You can make a medicine check if you'd like to, Abel.
a medicine?
Yep.
Sure. Come on, what do you think? Do you think a basic healing will?
I'll make a medicine check.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't
Kamana.
know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Can Abel help
Werewolves
me?
kind of freak
I'm
me
going to
out.
ask Abel to help me because he knows chemistry.
Yeah, you and
Sure,
Abel can work together.
I'll help you, but I don't know because werewolves really freak me out. They
But
kinda
Abel
remind me
knows
of
enough about
werewolves.
Quicksilver to kind of help. Yeah.
All right, so I have advantage.
Yeah.
Good. 21.
21. So you know that, like, with Abel's help, that there is some kind of poisoning that occurs with Quicksilver, especially when it gets, in a gaseous form. You guys encountered that during the battle. However, like, the liquid form in somebody's body tends not to break down in the system, and it attacks the brain. And while kind of based on what Mara has said, while somewhat confusing, you get the sense that the poisoning effect has been removed, but the problem is the deeper effect of what the Quicksilver is doing to Mara's brain. So something like a lesser restoration would remove the poison effect, but there's something happening in Mara's brain that's not able to be removed by that kind of spell.
Oh my goodness.
I don't immediately make this apparent to the group.
Nice.
I am going to wait until I've got a moment to tell Mar the quote-unquote diagnoses, and I will say that I just need to wait for a bit so I can cast a spell, and it should help.
What?
The poisoning you have.
I had poison? Fuck. Oh, yes. Yeah, totally.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I should go talk to Bolton.
No,
What?
that's not a good idea for you, right?
He has to talk to me.
Maybe after I cast the spell on you.
I feel fine, I think.
You're not.
Okay.
Just coming from Kaimana.
You're not okay.
You're not.
You're not good at. Give me your keys.
No, I'm fine.
God, I can drive. As this is kind of going, there's a knock at the front, and the doors are open, but somebody still knocks. And one of the risk breakers is there with a tray of kind of basic foods, and they say, "It's approaching lunchtime. We thought that you might need some sustenance."
What, no wine?
And he kind of
Can we not get some alcohol?
He motions to the side and like. There's another risk
I'll
breaker
pass you the alcohol.
who has 2 bottles of wine. Like, yeah.
Thank you. Just
and
give me that.
They set it down at like on a table.
Coming out.
Yeah, and there's some food and some drink there for you all, so that you can get some sustenance in. This would also count as a short rest if you're.
It doesn't short rest doesn't do anything for me, and I don't want to waste hit die. I don't think. Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna
going
spend
to.
some hit die.
I am as well.
But do we have 8? 7.
7.
Jesus, is that? Am I supposed to have 7?
Yeah.
That's
It
a
should
lot.
be
of
on
hit.
your. should
You
be
get
on your
one
sheet.
per level. Yeah.
Really?
Wow, I
Yeah.
only rolled very badly.
What's a druid hit die again?
D8.
D8?
Mhm.
Okay.
I think it's right on your sheet too.
Oh, it auto went up. Okay. I healed a little bit.
21.
Yeah,
That's
D8.
all my points.
Jury's just gonna like flop on the bed. Just sit there.
It's super comfortable bed. It's got like the feather duvet, like.
I hate this
I
bed.
love D&D Beyond.
I'm like smiling.
I also reload my pistol.
Okay.
Josh, can I make another medicine check to see what I need to do to try to help? If there's any measure to like activated charcoal or something like that to stop the
No.
quicksilver from
Gotta make me
like
throw up, dude.
Yeah.
further being absorbed. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so you got from your medicine, it was high enough on your medicine check that like you realized that whatever Anzel had done what any like standard health care could have provided. This is just a deeper effect that something has to remove the quicksilver from, because it doesn't break down in the system.
So
I look at Mara with veil tethers. Does she have something that's extra? No one.
No, I mean not more than she normally would, like the normal shadow tethers that come off of everybody that you see.
Okay, so I can't pull the quicksilver out.
Mm.
Darn.
I don't have anything. What was the... was
Mara's
it just an accident?
just trying to pour herself wine and ignoring all of you.
It's a little
Yeah,
shaky,
me
but
and
you can pour
Mar-
wine.
Yeah, me and Mar were fighting when I stepped between Bolton and Yorian, and Mar had to try to take me out. So I threw Quicksilver at them.
Wow. Did that really happen? I'm thinking that.
And I go,
Oh, yes.
I try to wink.
We can never trust you again.
You like wink, but you like turn your head away.
yeah,
you just
Oh,
blink
that's funny,
at it.
Abel.
You just blink.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Saurus, did the rats get out okay? Are they safe?
They are still on the ship, which has been pulled out of range of the Tide Warders and the Scaled Fold, which we need to do something about.
Yes, we've killed 2 of the leadership for the Scalefold. I could imagine they probably are in a frenzy
Well,
at this point.
I
They don't have
actually
ship
had a
to
thought
get
about
anything.
that.
And we still have the Lawmaster supposedly at the...
I think we can get rid of the Scaled Fold pretty easily. I don't know this will work, but the thought occurs to me that one of us goes over to have a chat with whoever is left still in charge, and then very politely invite them to leave town lest the same happens to them, and lay out all the markers that we have for that Artax brought back, as well as the ones that I pulled off of the bodies that we just defeated, and basically go, we've decimated you at your upper levels, run away. And if you don't, we will destroy
Intimidation
you.
tactic, yeah.
Saurus, where do you come up with these, like, kind of concerning plans? You always seem to go to the darkest option. I'm a little worried about it.
Well, I was thinking that this would get them out without us having to fight and kill all of them. So it's actually the less dark plan.
Unless it backfires.
Well, that's
Because-
why.
A quartered animal either runs or fights, Saurus.
Well, if they ignore us, then we know they're going to fight anyway. And like Kaimana said, we've tried the diplomatic approach first, and if they turn it down, then, to quote Kaimana, all bets are off. And we know what we have to do. Versus, there's a chance this way might work.
We should also see what Bolton has planned with the risk breakers. I'm sure they have a greater force than we,
I should go talk to Bolton. He has to.
No.
You should go. If you go, you should go with someone. Perhaps a
With
couple of
you,
us should go
Abel,
together.
you're the one who is kind of in line with this, right?
In line with that depends on what you're talking about. Yes.
I mean, just like you're kind of from like a noble family, right?
Something of the sort. Yes.
So it just seems like you have sway with him. I don't know.
In another
He'll
country?
trust you.
No.
Well, he just seemed to talk to you like he trusted you, at least.
I'm not a high-ranking member of New Avian society. My parents are, but I can't really take that to a risk breaker and ask them to do as I see fit.
I like look at you and I'm like, it should be you instead of, and I like look at the other two.
I don't
If
mind
it
going and
comes to that.
speaking with Marlo.
He's probably just gonna make you stand in the back and be quiet again, which was weird. It was a weird vibe.
Honestly, I don't mind. So I'm a foreigner, and I have no desire to help to make decisions as far as who's going to be jailed and what punishments they should have.
Am I deciding who's gonna go to jail? Is that
Mark.
the conversation?
Mark, don't take this the wrong way. There's only one place you should go right now, and that's to sleep.
What?
I mean, maybe someone in the town knows something about Mars' condition.
Who is the
No.
young lady that was fighting alongside
Well,
us?
And so,
Kaimana said that when he gets his full magical power back, he can do something. So it just seems to be that we need to wait.
Should we all take a rest here then?
Yes.
Well, we took a short rest, right? You said
yeah,
like short resting.
you guys have been probably sitting around talking, eating for an hour or so. So that would be a short rest.
What time of day is it? Is it later in the evening?
Well, it wasn't. It's probably like midday
It's really early when we
the
started.
fight started, because
Okay.
you left Erogenes Drought in the morning and went to Mysterial Springs, had the whole interaction there, and then rushed to the airship. So it's probably like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon at this point.
Okay. What if I think I want to go to speak with Bolton and see what he has planned as far as taking care of the rest of the Scalefold in the city and how the ticket takers could help. Yeah.
At least he said I could come along as long as, I guess, he's with us.
Julie, do you want to
I don't want to be in the same room with that man. No. This is like my whole life just fell apart right before my eyes like 30 minutes ago.
It might be a good intimidation tactic to show him that you being in his presence won't, have an effect on you.
Abel, I am a master of deception. And
Obviously.
every time I have tried to talk to this man, I have messed it up in some way. So I think I just should not go talk to him at all.
Okay.
You can take
I'm
one
a
of the
master
other.
of deception. You could fool me.
I should be a master of deception.
Oh, come on. I'm just.
And indeed they did.
I just want to see what Bolton has planned. Especially if the Red Dragon, what was it?
Azazel, yeah.
Sure.
If he's going to return to look for his Scalefold brethren, I'd rather whatever plan they execute, we do it sooner rather than later,
Sure.
so we can get out of this city and be sure that it won't be decimated as soon as we're gone.
All right.
So I guess I'll go and do that. If anyone wants to join me,
Mark's gonna try to join you.
Okay.
Mark, can I ask you a favor before you go?
Hmm?
Can you see if Bolton will let me talk to Yorian before he takes him somewhere else?
If I remember, I will ask.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I love when super smart characters are suddenly like,
Yes, they have like an intelligence grade
Yeah.
or something. It's so funny.
all right.
Okay. I'll
So
take a Nancy for moral support.
Mar and Abel make their way. It's not a long walk because it's just right across from the springs. The doors open and Bolton is talking to somebody.
Power move or just like push the door open.
No,
not even not.
But
Okay,
he kind of looks up and sees you for a second and motions for you to like hold for a moment. And then he's talking to the person. They're having a whispered conversation.
Can I hear this?
Yeah, roll with perception check with advantage.
The wolf
Can
ears.
I have little
Ears?
Nazi like just kind of scurry up on his desk? I want to listen to.
Roll a stealth check for Anansi.
Oh my god.
I'm not trying to be stealthy. He's just doing his little
Oh,
thing.
okay, yeah. Roll a perception check for Anansi then. What was your perception, Mark? With advantage.
24.
24, okay.
Oh.
So the whisper kind of kicks in, and you hear
One for
Bolton say, "Are they sure it's not just a thunderhead?" And the man says, "No, it's moving opposite the wind." And he says, "Keep me informed if it continues to move this direction." And the man kind of nods and heads out the opposite, heads out past
Can
you.
I lean into Abel?
Yeah.
It's weird weather.
I think it is more than that.
Fuck.
But we will see.
All right.
Mr. Bolton.
Oh,
Uh,
Mr. Abioye. Did not expect to see you. Mono.
Yes. We are here to see if we can discern from you what the next steps of the risk breakers will be, specifically with the scalefold. and the
Sorry,
land.
I got quicksilvered in the face, so
Oh.
that's why he's here for me.
Marlo sustained some damage during the battle and is not quite herself. So
Of course.
I'll be fine.
Would you need Donzel to take a look at you?
Oh, she did. It is beyond her.
Oh.
if you have
right.
other healers, amongst you,
Ons-
that may be helpful.
Donzel is our strongest healer. I assume your own physiology might be the driving factor there, Marlo.
Yeah,
Does anyone know that Marlo's a
silver. You
Oh.
know?
wolf?
She was a werewolf in the last fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, also,
But also he knows what order,
order.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My Lord, it's the worst kept secret in the kingdom.
Yes. Well, it's quite all right, Mr. Abel. I was hoping to speak with you at some point as well. To kill two birds with one stone, then.
Perhaps we can. So, is there any plan to move on the scalefold this evening before nightfall?
Well, we've got some men stationed there. They are in somewhat of a panic, removing the leadership from their organization. They're kind of aimlessly wandering about. We'll see if they hold together. Same with the Tidewaters. They've kind of locked themselves away in the stockade, but are also rudderless. So kind of just seeing how all of it washes out, it plays out as it goes, to see where our next moves may be.
So it is a waiting game. I'm sure you're aware of the Red Dragon Azazel that is affiliated with the Scalefold.
Yes, he has not been seen in Feldspar in about a week.
What about the Thunderhead that apparently is raising some concern amongst your people?
He kind of, his eyes narrow a little bit.
It was hard not to overhear.
Sorry, werewolf hearing can't turn it off.
Right. No,
Kind of
just,
like it's her fault. It's not really.
just some odd weather. Nothing, of course, to be concerned about.
See, that's what I said.
It didn't sound that way. And if you are dealing with more danger, the Adventuring Guild would be the perfect place to turn for extra assistance with that.
Well,
Speaking of, Judy is now our newest member.
By the way,
well, let's not put the cart before the horse. Depending on what Warren, Mr. Windsor, has to say, that may or may not be the case.
That it's not my place to argue one way or the other. I just thought you'd like to know.
Neither mine.
Completely transparent.
I'm simply doing what would be expected of me on the behalf of the crown. And if they somehow found out that I had let loose the lost daughter of a very powerful family of patricians, that would not bode well.
Jury had a request.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Which would be?
I look at Abel.
Amazing.
Would you like me to?
It was for
It's right on the tip of her tongue. One moment.
talking to
Mm-hmm.
Soros?
No, not him.
I believe they're in the same room together right now.
No, remember,
Yorian!
Yorian.
good looking,
Goddamn.
kind of an asshole. Yes.
Yeah, can Jury talk to Yorian?
That could probably be arranged. Is she going to attempt to abscond with them again?
I don't believe they will make
I
that
think
mistake
they
again.
probably learned the lesson on
Yes.
that one.
I agree, Marlo. Completely agree.
But you know, I can supervise if you want. To you know, have people like in the room. I assume you'll have people outside the room. You guys like doing that, so
It would be very helpful if there was somebody I could trust in the space.
Mark's gonna attempt to do an insight check because they cannot tell what he means by that, like if they're trusted or if this is like a diss.
Yeah, and it's a disadvantage because is insight an intelligence thing, or is that wisdom?
I believe it's wisdom.
Then you're good. Yeah, then you can just roll straight.
Insight is wisdom.
Yep.
15.
Let me see. Okay. You get the sense that it's his way of saying this is you, but maybe it's like still a test.
I'm sure the sooner we can set up that meeting, the better Judy will feel.
He's currently being questioned. However, this afternoon, before dinner, perhaps I can give him 30 minutes or so with Yorian.
We will relay the message. As far as the ticket takers in our role here in Feldspar, would the risk breakers need our assistance? And I'm asking on behalf of my friend, what of the rat folk? Are they part of the risk breakers jurisdiction at all?
So the rat folk are currently being kept on the ship. There was a little bit of concern about some objects that they were wearing.
The necklaces.
Yes, we were able to disable a couple of them, but we needed another day to disable the remainders.
And once they are disabled, are they free to move about as they see fit?
And that is a difficult proposition because we don't exactly know the nature of their relationship with the Scaled Fold or the Tidewaters, so they need to be kept under close watch.
They were obviously prisoners, no? With the collars around their necks and
it is
forced to work in the mines?
Some, I would say, see themselves as such. There are a couple of their number that perhaps are more believers in their lord. So it's a little bit of a question of whether there's some kind of mental manipulation occurring or whether that's what they really believe. And we don't have the magical means to prove one way or the other.
I see. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that our friend Sordis will perhaps want to speak with them fairly soon, if that is it's at all possible.
I think that could also be arranged. I can also imagine that they will return to the capital with us, and Saurus would be more than welcome to join us on the voyage.
I will let him know.
Oh, we're all going to the capital.
Well,
The king's birthday.
I assume that the ticket takers would be taking their own ship. Yorian and Juridin and I will take the Quicksilver vessel.
Well,
I don't think it's a good idea to have Juridin and Yorian on the same ship together, per se.
I agree with Marlo in her moment of lucidity, yes.
So I think that maybe having seeing how the little test run goes, right, when they're in talking together, then maybe if there's still some concern, we could keep them held nicely in a room on our ship.
Well, I will be traveling with Jordan either way, so if Jordan is on your ship, that is fine.
Welcome aboard, my dude. Yeah. It's called Something Ticket This Way Comes.
Yes. We would be happy to entertain you on our ship.
It's quite a loquacious name, but yes.
So pretentious.
He is well educated.
You know, I got that ship for us because it attacked us, and then I said, actually, can we have this? And then the crown was like, no, and I was like, please, and they were like, okay.
I'm sure exactly that is how it occurred, of course.
It was very close to that, yes.
Yes.
I'm really convincing.
Okay, there's nothing else I can think of that we'd like to address.
Mr. Abure, what do you know about the manufacture of Quicksilver in its usage for magical means?
What do I know?
Yes.
I know it can be a powerful catalyst for a lot of spells. It can replace components of spells that may be absent. It is also quite dangerous to work with in the magical capacity or just being around it in general.
Oh. In your magical work, if you were going to replace Quicksilver with another tool of some sort, what would be the best replacement?
Can I do first an insight check on him? Like, what is he? Is he trying to get me to say something specific? Is he
Yeah, you
just
can make an
probing to
insight
see
check.
how much I know, or
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
I just saw you roll dice too, so I could see. All right, let's see.
Anytime you roll, you're going against him. He has
He got
as a spy master.
Yeah, 14.
He just seems curious.
Well, with Quicksilver in its nature being a natural replacement for lots of other magical materials, it would be hard to say what could replace something that could be a stand-in for most other substances.
In your own training, I assume you probably didn't work much with Quicksilver.
I worked with lots of schools of magic, and we are made aware of Quicksilver, its benefits, and also its shortcomings, yes.
How have the Nuavians overcome that lack of resource?
That may be a question that would be better suited for perhaps a diplomat of Nuavia. My father, he's in Anavir. Perhaps this is a conversation that you would feel more comfortable having with him.
Oh, no, I was just curious as a mage yourself. I know your father is not quite exactly magically inclined.
No, but he's married to the Archmage of Nuavia, my mother, and
That he is. They call her the Lioness of Nuavia, don't they? She's quite the reputation.
she has her reputation, yes.
Well,
Again, I am simply here as a foreign visitor and now a member of the Adventurers Guild. I do not represent Nuavia, so I don't think it would be my place to speak on Nuavia's magical or technological advancements.
oh, of course. So, it's just with the Quicksilver disruptions, there have just been some talk about ways in which we could alleviate our own reliance on such a tool.
Yes.
Perhaps the willful exchange of ideas between our two peoples will lead to some successful outcomes. I appreciate your time, Mr.
I think
Abelia.
at this point, now Mar has a red flag on this conversation. Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah,
now?
go ahead, yeah.
This is when it clicks.
I was waiting for something like super wild that he said that like even Mar would like
Yeah.
have to
Be like, wait a
recognize.
minute.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say
And great job of not answering the question, Ronnie.
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Well played. 24.
Oh, okay. It's a
I got my
very
insight.
there's a very like you literally beat him by 1 point. So there is like a very he seems just like a generally curious individual, but there's a moment especially when he's talking about the exchange of ideas between their two peoples, where there's just a little bit of maliciousness to his voice that you didn't pick up on before.
Fuck. I can't make any further connections right now. Damn it.
Yeah.
no.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Yeah. I'll just tuck that way in my poisoned brain.
There you go.
Yeah, before we leave, I just say, again, I think it's an interesting topic you bring up, but that is precisely why my father is on his extended diplomatic stay in Anavir. So
That is why
I will be sure to let him know of your curiosity.
That is why your father's here. That's true. Thank you
When
so
will
much, Abel.
Yes, we'll be on our way. Have a good evening. Thank you.
You as well. Dinner will be provided as well. They'll bring it by Jordan's room.
Good day.
Good talk. Bye.
You as well, Marlo. Get some rest.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Should really rest, Marlo.
Oh.
Okay, we'll head back. Unless Marlo wants to do something else along the way. And just like relay,
I mean, Mar's looking. If you look away from Marlo for a second here, Mar is very close to the edge of the hot spring, looking at it extremely intently.
I feel like I'll just hold on to your coattails. Just very gingerly. I don't want you to know that I'm doing it, but I'm like, she can't die on my watch.
On my watch.
I don't even know if Kaimana really, if I want to explain the concept of a friend dying to Kaimana, it's going to be heartbreaking.
Oh boy. All right.
Gotta
Yeah, no,
keep
I
real
follow.
sad.
I think as soon as it's out of my eyesight, like a goldfish,
While they were gone, I want to talk to Kaimana.
Okay.
Hey, look, I'm sorry I was rude to you. Do you understand that I was being rude to you? I was being rude to you.
Yeah, you were fine.
No, I tried to like yank the dulcimer out of your hands, and I wasn't telling you why.
But it was yours.
Yeah,
I thought you were playing a game at first, but then you started to cry.
Been doing that more and more lately, and I don't like it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but
Kaimana pats your leg reassuringly.
I just didn't want to. I want to make sure I didn't hurt your feelings.
No.
And I'll show you something. And I'm like, can I have your hands? Like, hold out my hands for his. And I do this like, I like sing some kind of like little song that my mom used to sing for me, and there's some kind of like hand game with it.
Oh.
And it's like all the different like flower names you sing. And I'm like, this is much like nicer on the dulcimer when you have like the music too, but this is the song, so
I'm gonna have to write it now.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's really sweet.
In my head, it's kind of like that like parsley, sage, rosemary song, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, but like more upbeat and like really chipper.
Oh.
And like, yeah, it's been a while. I almost don't remember the words.
Fill me up.
The bard who wrote that is insufferable. I would it's not good. And I'll like pat you, and then I look over at Saurus. Saurus.
Yes.
I think we should take full responsibility for the other rat folk.
I agree.
I want to help get them out of those amulets and set them up somewhere they can succeed.
Yes, and I'm hoping Abel can make a different amulet that prevents the same one that I'm wearing, so that they can't be found in the future.
Yeah.
Although it's going to be kind of hard to hide a white rat.
But there are
We tend to
places.
stand out. Oh yes, I was thinking the void,
The rift.
the
veil?
rift. I was thinking the rift or Broadfield
I think
would be good
Broadfield-
places to start.
Sure. But we should maybe we should work together and write down some basic things for them, stuff you didn't have when you were starting out, so they can have kind of a
point.
guide. Because
I like that idea.
okay.
Yeah,
We can do
the
that.
monks helped me. It's only fair that we do the same for them.
Yeah, definitely. So I pledge myself to your cause, and I like put my hand on you.
You have my soul.
Thank you. For
I won't rest till it's
And
done.
my dulcimer.
It is like that.
Am I shiny?
My shiny. You have my incredibly sad energy currently. It's great.
No.
So good for
Feel your
me.
feelings of depression, but I'm here.
And then I'll
Everyone loves a
just
sad boy.
and I like look at both of you very tenderly, and I'm like, I would like to not talk until they come back now.
I pour a glass of wine and take it over and give it to Jordan.
It's really nice wine too.
Fuck these people. This wine and this bed are awesome. I hate them. I start drinking it.
Yeah.
I might as well drink them dry.
About 20 minutes later or so, Marlo and Abel do return.
We're all just like singing together. You're playing piccolo. Oh, that's cute.
It's a beautiful
Honey.
tune, Kamana.
Cause every rose has its thorn.
That was the song, but
Are y'all okay? How did it go?
It went as well as could be expected. We do have good news. He's willing to let you spend some time with Yodian.
Yep.
I
I
suspect
think that
it won't
that should be good news, shouldn't it? It should be. Yep,
should be.
It's good.
I suspect it won't
I
be
have to
alone.
be in the room, but I can like just kind of not listen unless it gets heated, and then I can like step in. But
It's fine, Mar. I don't think it's gonna get
I'll be fine.
personal.
Yeah. Trying to save his life. You should be fucking grateful.
Can I ask a question? And not in an attempt to inflame emotions, but what will they do with Yodian if or when they get back to Anavir? What is the...
Oh, God. Real Mar has an answer.
They'll
This Mar does not have a fucking answer.
They'll have a trial. They'll probably have to investigate. They'll probably talk to all of us about our relation to him and things he's told us and said.
Is there a Fifth Amendment here in Anavir, in Alyria?
Make a history check.
It wasn't a serious question, but why not?
Does Abel understand the Illyrian court system?
Did he look it up before he got here? Let's see.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sure he read
It's
a
the
book
plot
about...
of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Amazing.
What is this?
You're like reading
13.
Okay, I mean, like, you know enough about the Illyrian court system to know that they do have one, and it does follow specific rules and expectations that, but kind of like in the way that, like, a lot of people only really understand, like, there's a Supreme Court, and they don't even really understand what the Supreme Court does. Abel's understanding of the court system is very much on a broad scale. But they do have rules and organizations, and people do get trials, but you don't exactly know how fair they might be.
Maybe I'll find a couple books in the library and read up.
I have books.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Is she getting worse? I believe she's getting worse.
I don't think
I
I'm
mean,
getting worse.
yeah.
I did really well in that conversation that we had with.
She held herself together. It was impressive. Oh, also, Solis, I asked about your brethren, the rat folk. Apparently, they're being kept on this ship. They're attempting to take off the collars, which were tracking them and keeping them docile, apparently. The plan was perhaps to take them back to Anavir. But they are worried about some of the doctrine that they have been given throughout their lives and what their ideologies may currently be, and if they truly do follow Aruman and believe in his teachings. Not all of them, just some of them, but I suggested that perhaps you would want to speak with them, and apparently that can be arranged.
Thank you.
Other than that, as far as the Scalefold in the Tide Waters, apparently they have retreated to certain corners of the city, and the Riskbreakers are just going to wait them out until they find an opening, I guess. Oh, I should have asked about our money.
You think-
Was that in character?
Abel's accent drops, and you're like, wait, who's this guy?
Wait, what about the money? Technically, have achieved
We have
what we
no,
set
Do
out.
you really think
remember
he's
that
gonna-
we have a contract.
Yeah, do you really
Never
think
mind.
he's gonna pay you? I'm pretty sure he fucked that up. Maybe. I mean,
Well, you weren't a member of the guild.
Make
Before.
your dad pay us.
I'm not making my dad do anything.
That's fair.
Except, I guess, join the Adventurers Guild.
That's
Can we
fair.
like retroactively?
Yeah, I mean, like, you did ask one question, and then somebody immediately, I don't know, it might have been more, like, immediately asked another question. You said something about, like, what the role the ticket breakers would be with the risk breakers, and his response would have been, well, I mean, your contract still implies that you are helping to free Feldspar of its current infestation. So he would believe that the contract is still active.
Must be.
I guess you
Okay.
can still get paid. Congratulations.
Killed a lot of important people. Oh, we still need to find the demon, right?
That's not part of the contract.
I know it. The Tidewater guy was with the guy who was with the Tidewaters. is the one
Gonna
with
wait on the
demon.
devil.
Oh, the devil. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, if we run him out, it's the same thing as, I suppose.
We still have to find out the devil's name somehow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it probably would be best if we were part of these last few missions related to the Tidewaters, because what's his name, Rennis,
Yep.
is probably still in the city. It's another attempt for us to find out the devil's name. Is like what I mean. So that is where we currently stand. I think I'm going to rest.
Sure, we can
Yeah.
rest until dinner.
Yeah, you guys have, I mean, unless you want to make moves, you've got an afternoon of time where you can spend it however you like. Juridan under close watch, but other than that, yeah.
Mars gonna try to step out by herself for a second.
Okay.
I'm following.
No.
Oh, come on, I want to make a phone call.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Try not to go far.
It's fine. I just gotta, ring in, buzz in to punch the... What? Okay, bye.
I'm gonna send a Nazi with her. If anything happens, let me know.
I think Kaimana's coming with me,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Oh, Kaimana's going? Okay.
All right.
I cannot, in good conscience, forego my hippopotamic oath.
Amazing.
It's like you were taught medicine by literally an anthropomorphic hippopotamus, so there you go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Why don't I have a piece of amber with a wasp inside?
You found it in someone's bag. I don't remember whose. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
What, casting focus or
You
something?
found it after like a fight.
No, I think it was like at one of Soren's like buddies had it in their
Yeah.
pouch. Yep.
Spared no expense.
All right.
It's like a family heirloom.
All right, Marlo, you step to the side in the quiet space outside. Yep.
Okay. I pull out my sending stone.
Okay.
Quiet space.
Callion! Problem solved. Got quicksilvered. It's fine. Don't worry. You worry so much about everything. It's not. You're so not. I miss you. Oh no! Oh, that was terrible. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, sorry. Bye.
Literally incredible.
Yeah. It just trails off, like it cuts off right in the middle. Yeah.
All time.
A moment later, you get a call back. Quicksilver, you need to get some help. That might have permanent effects if you don't get it dealt with. Are you also drunk? Keep safe. That's all you get.
You didn't tell how to help with the quicksilver? God.
So at this moment, Kaimana is gonna break the Quicksilver news to you, Mar, and just be like, I didn't want to tell everyone because they seemed like they were on the edge of freaking out. But even once I rest and I cast on you, things might get worse. I don't know what to do.
It's okay. I did it to myself. I knew it was pretty risky.
Ma, this could get bad.
Yeah.
Ma, what are we going to do?
Why are you asking me? I'm the one with the fuck's brain right now. I mean, I'll be fine. I mean, even if I'm not, it's figure it
What-
out.
Josh, I don't think Kaimana would know what to use.
I mean, you've heard of us, like if you think that somebody has used lesser restoration and that didn't work, you've heard of a greater restoration.
Uh-huh. And I would
Not.
would
better.
tell you this, but I don't know anyone who can do that.
I've never even heard of that. That's crazy.
No.
You know what? Maybe I have heard of it. I don't know. It really could be either one.
It's hit or miss.
Thanks for clearing that up, Marlo.
Oh, I have revivify.
Josh, would Greater Restoration destroy werewolfing?
Not so. Marlowe's curse is not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different.
They're built different.
Yeah.
So am I like dying?
Yeah.
Do you think? Okay.
It was just so matter of fact.
Right.
Yeah.
The message wasn't getting through. Like, this is bad. We need to get you help. It's like, does this mean dying? Yes.
2 days.
Well,
We gotta take you to the
I
vet.
don't- I mean, I don't know. Bolton said that the hot woman was about the best that he had. So I don't know if there's anyone here who can help.
If we need to leave, maybe sooner.
Yeah. From what you got from Abel's help, you know that it's not. I mean, it is potentially deadly, but it does take time. So there may be time. Yeah.
Should I start making a will? Is that what people? Should I just start getting
know
things
what that
off my
is.
chest,
Oh.
clearing grievances,
I thought you already kind of did that.
with what? What?
Everything you do to everyone. It's not like you hold a lot back, Marlo.
That's weird. I feel like I'm holding everything back all the time.
I don't get that at all.
Oh.
I don't either, but this is the first thing I've ever really tried to keep secret. But
You did a good job.
I'm really scared.
I don't know. I have a lot of secrets. I think. I don't know.
Like the fact that you're a werewolf.
You know, I kept that secret for a fucking decade, and it's not my fault that everyone fucking knows it around here, okay?
You
Just
shouted it down the hall.
Well, everyone here fucking knows. I don't know. I did something kind of bad.
Do you want to tell me about it?
What?
Do you want to tell me about the bad thing? Will that help you?
Oh. I think there's someone else I need to talk to about it, maybe.
Okay. Well, you should start thinking about that.
Okay.
No. Oh my god.
Thanks, Kaimana. I hug you.
Oh.
It's like,
You're a good friend.
you're a good friend too. I still haven't talked to Abel yet, and now I'm really scared because I've lied to him twice.
Oh, he doesn't. No. Mm-mm.
He's the
Really
one
great.
person we shouldn't lie to. Like he doesn't lie to any of us, and I don't know. I kind of don't want to hurt him, but
I don't think you'll hurt him. Dude, Jury's so mean to him all the time, and I don't think that hurts him, or at least he doesn't let it show. So, you know.
It's true.
I also just feel like we've had too much going on for me to talk to him about the doppelganger
Hey.
thing.
I put a hand on your shoulder. As someone who's dying, I think there's no better time than the present to make peace with things before you die.
Okay.
Think on that and walk away.
Kaimana's going to turn around and start walking back towards the room.
Okay.
Mara turns the other way and starts walking and then realizes that's not the right way and follows you.
Okay. All right. Anything else any of you want to accomplish this evening, or what you want to do this evening?
At some point I need to talk to Jury, but I don't.
Yeah, Jury looks at you like they want to talk to you.
Oh, we're just looking at each other.
Yeah. And
So,
I'm
like, the moment we get back, like, Kaimana,
Yes.
kicks the door open. And, Abel, I'm sorry that I killed you as a doppelganger. I really didn't mean to, and I feel like it really was a bad thing to do, and I hope you don't hate me for it. Please don't be mad.
Oh, he did do
breaks
that
down.
to you.
I thought you hated me. I'm sorry. You just beat him so viciously. I didn't know. It just. Oh, thank you. I feel so much better now. Oh.
Kaimana's crying.
Jury is looking at you like you're idiots.
Mar starts crying.
Abel will hold his arms open like, come here.
Source is like, I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Found family. This is my
This
found
is-
family.
This is outside of my 2 years of life experience. I am just gonna let it see how it plays out.
I've been ready for that to happen.
So come on, Abel, crying and hugging. There you go.
No.
Draw that ace.
I'm so sorry. With the thought bubble, I'm so sorry I killed you and your doppelganger.
Draw Kamada beating Abel's doppelganger to a
Yeah.
and then draw the
staring at-
embrace.
Yes. Yes. I want it to be illustrated. It's like every time you were talking about it, we'll just clip it all together.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So while you're crying, Mar, I'm like, Mar, can we talk?
Yeah. Sorry, that was so touching. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, do you want to step outside?
I mean, I think they can hear us anywhere, but sure.
Okay.
Go in the hallway.
You will. So you go outside to the
Well,
springs.
yeah.
That's yeah.
We good.
Mhm.
I'm gonna like put my feet in if I can.
Yeah.
There they go.
The guards stand by the door, but they're watching you, but they're not following you.
Yeah. What's up?
I'm dying.
Like to talk to me or like I have that effect on people sometimes.
No, I'm dying, and that's why I needed to talk to you, I think.
Wait, what do you mean you're dying? Kaimana said you were fine.
No, Kaimana
It's
said I'm
magical
dying.
Well, we should be crying about a whole different thing. That is fucked up. They're crying about something stupid.
I don't know. I feel like
Abel doesn't know.
Why are
within
you
the
dying?
I don't know, within the 5 minutes since he told me, I feel like I've really come to terms with it.
No, we're not coming to terms with anything. We're gonna fix this. What's wrong with you?
Oh, my brain.
Your brain.
Just that.
And is there a prospect for this? Or
Kaimana can't do anything.
but didn't you talk to Bolton about this?
The wrist breakers can't do anything.
Oh, Bolton can't do anything about this? Well, we'll fucking see about that. I like stand up. Like,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
go.
no, you don't. No,
Okay,
he
I'm
said
gonna
that the best healer is Ansel, and she tried, and she can't do it. It takes
Oh,
bigger
yeah. Their
stuff.
best healer in Feldspar. These are fucking crown people. They'll either sin for someone or I'm gonna sin for someone. This is
Be
ridiculous.
fine.
Like, you stick your neck out for
I
them?
mean, I meant this as like a prelude to like a conversation. I didn't mean for this to be
Okay.
the conversation.
All right, sorry. I like sit down and I'm like, say your piece and then I will fix this for you.
Okay. You're gonna be mad at me, I think.
Well, I'm mad at Myself mostly, so. I mean, I think Kanda fucked up more than I did. I, like, lied to Bolton Coon's face and failed at it. Got Yorian in this whole mess, so that's cool. All my fault. Very sick. Very awesome for me.
I told the Order of the Lycan about Yorian. I didn't say his name, but I said what he wanted to do.
When
As
did
a
you tell him
warning.
this? When did you do this?
Not today.
Did you do this after our conversation that we had at the bar?
I think so.
Mar, I am fucking furious. But the thing is, I understand why you did this.
I didn't know she'd tell anybody else, really. I said not to take it to the government, and she told the other orders, and I guess they told Bolton, and that's how he knew the extent of that's not how he found out about Yorian. Yorian did that to himself, but he made me tell him about that.
Mar, I can't 100% be mad at you because there's been kind of a misinterpretation here. And the thing is, you know, when Yorin was talking about stealing the ship, for a second, when we were chatting, I told you that I thought maybe it was a good idea. Do you remember that? I think that's when, I know you don't remember it, but I expressed to you that maybe it was a good idea. And there is, you may have thought that was because I'm like in love with Yorian and he's attractive and there's this whole connection there. I think you've all been assuming this thing. And I like lean into you and I'm like, the reason I thought this was a good idea for even a second is because I hate the fucking patricianers. And I think every single thing should be taken from them. And I like lean back and I'm like, so for a second, I was swayed. And it's really disturbing to me that maybe if I hadn't met you all, I'd be on that airship. And I would have gone. And that sucks.
But you're not on the airship.
But that's because of you guys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now you met us and you're not on the airship.
Yeah, and that's why I can't let you die of brain poisoning, Mar.
I'm dying of brain poison? Right.
Oh my god. Okay, listen. Let's go talk to Bolton. I'll express that I can use my instrument, get in contact with my father, all in front of you, and we can get someone sent here that can fix this, okay?
Are you sure? You don't have to talk to your dad for me.
Mar, I might as well get something positive out of that relationship, and if that's you surviving, that's the best that we can do.
Okay.
So I like help you up, and I'm like, I have you by the arms, and I'm like, listen, I'm really not mad at you, okay? You're gonna beat yourself up about this, if you remember, but please don't do that.
Okay. Abel gave me permission, so it's fine.
That fucker! I knew something was wrong with Abel.
No, don't be mean to Abel. No, he's so sweet. Stop it.
It's annoying how sweet he is. Why is he so sweet about everything?
He's delightful. You're just...
Doesn't he just lose it sometimes? When does he get mad?
Do you come back in the room and tell us you're going to go talk to Bolton?
Yeah, I'll take Mar with me.
All right, the second you come back in the room, and then that time when you were asleep, I broke a Nazi. I'm so sorry.
You broke. I knew there was. I knew that I had screwed that bolt in tight enough. It's okay.
Excuse
I
me.
can forgive and forget.
We're
Hello,
gonna-
Julie. Hello.
So, Mar just told me. Do you want to tell them, Mar?
Shuri and I made up, and we're fine now,
That's
and we
not-
came
no.
to peace.
That's not what we did do that, I think, to some degree.
We all are
But-
airing our grievances with one another.
Well, my grievance
It's
is with
Festivus.
you, Kaimana. Well, you weren't going to tell us the Mar has brain poisoning?
No!
Kind of an important thing to tell us.
Kaimana jumps up and tries to cover Abel's.
What, you think magically you're going to lie to us that you magically were going to fix everything?
What?
What does it matter with this party and keeping secrets? And look, I'm the one saying that. That's horrible.
Well, what's sick? I thought we were going to cure Marlo's brain disease. And...
we are.
Okay. I'm going to go talk to Bolton, and I'm going to get him to send someone here who can fix this.
See if there's anybody already in the city. I'm not sure what churches or religious outposts may have been here, but there may be a priest that can.
Do you think the scale fold could do it?
I don't think we should ask the scale fold for too much of anything. That's not a good idea.
They
might have scrolls.
I like pick up my dulcimer and I like hand it to Mar, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go light this man the fuck up and get someone here, and we're gonna figure this out, okay? And if y'all don't finish that wine by the time I get back, I'm gonna finish it myself.
We'll ask them to drop off another bottle.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna like stomp down his office, like holding Mar's like arm.
I'm holding the dulcimer like it's a teddy bear.
Yes.
Okay. And then as you're going, one of the guards breaks off from the door and kind of walks behind you and follows you over to Bolton's door. The door is open and Bolton is looking over some things on his desk. He looks up and closes it and then looks up. Well, yes, Jordan Marlowe, what can I do for you?
Hey, Mara's like really messed up right now.
Yes.
Like,
They said that they had an issue with poisoning.
yeah, an issue we can't fix and Ansel can't fix. So were you planning on just letting this happen? Not gonna send for someone else?
Is it life-threatening? I thought it was something that would just be dealt with for a time, and then we could heal it when we were able.
Our druid just told me that it's potentially life-threatening.
He kind of sits back for a moment.
The honor.
Besides, her sitting here, not able to remember her last name, is not exactly ideal for anyone, is it?
I know my last name.
Do you, Mar?
No.
He looks at for a moment, Anzo, and he kind of calls out, and she comes in from outside. Did you take a look at Marlowe? What was the concern? Enzel said, well, because of her physiology, the quicksilver probably has a much harsher effect on her than it would on someone of non-lichen type. It is possible, I suppose, that it could be life-threatening, but do you mind, Marlo, if I check again?
Marlo,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Anzel goes, okay. And you see, like, the eyes kind of go white again for a moment. I cannot cure what is occurring here. However, I think as long as there's no further exposure, it may hold for a time.
Well, how much time do we have? Do we need to have someone sent here, or do we need to send them somewhere? I'm not playing a guessing game with Mars Life about this.
Perhaps a few weeks. Maybe a week.
I look to Mar and I'm like, all right, what do you want to do? If our business isn't wrapped in Feldspar by close to a week, we'll ditch the contract and get you help.
The full moon's in a week. I'm gonna be busy.
A mind-spit werewolf under a full moon. What?
I turn to Bolton and I'm like, how soon do you think we can conclude our business here?
Well, depending on what happens with the Skilled Fold and the Tidewaters now that they have no leadership, hopefully soon.
All right. We'll be aggressive. We'll get them out. We'll get more help.
Our plan is to go to the stockade in the morning. You're more than welcome to join.
Oh, I will assist you. Anything that will make this happen faster.
Yes, well, we'll be leaving at daybreak.
And Ansel, I want you to be checking in on Mar. And if her condition worsens, we are done with this.
I wink at Jury.
I would happily check in with Marla.
Uh-huh.
Good. Great conversation. All right. I turn to Mar and I'm like, is that what you want to do? Or do you want to go now?
Go where?
Somewhere where someone can help you.
I don't know. I mean, we gotta finish what we started, right?
Okay. We'll finish fast and we'll get you help. And I look at Bolton and I'm like, thank you. I don't make faces.
He nods and just...
Okay, come on, Mar. And I help you back upstairs.
All right.
I come into the room and I'm like, I told him off. It was great. Lived in fear. Hey,
Jury wingmanned me.
that's not what I was doing. I guess unintentionally, maybe.
Good for you, Judy. You showed him that he cannot intimidate you. That's
except when he was going to arrest me. I mean, that's why I told him I was embryo. He did intimidate me to that. I didn't want to go to jail.
Prison is a scary prospect. So
I mean, hopefully I still don't. Am I right? I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that.
Well, if your father's as rich and influential as you say, I mean, the head of the halls of origination, I'm sure he could persuade the crown not to throw his child in prison.
Oh, it's so
And
fucking
you can
gross.
You could also do another side sweep with the crown with talking to the princess to do a two-pronged pressure. Call in personal favor.
You're gonna like the princess. You're gonna like him.
She
You're gonna like her.
did seem cool. I hate that she seems cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she is a very good person. We grew up together. Oh, you were saying me? Oh, okay. I get it now, Source.
Yeah. You and the princess.
Glad you could work that out.
I thought you were saying Jury trying to persuade the princess. And so, yeah, Judy is quite persuasive.
Look, my main goal is to stay with you guys and make sure nothing horrible happens to Yorian. So, as long as these things happen. And I fill them in on the Quicksilver thing where it's like,
yeah.
Mark kind of like has a week and we can hopefully we'll go to Alyria where there are a bunch of powerful spellcasters and we can pay someone to figure this out. So
Do we want to try my plan of threatening the Skilled Fold?
we'll need to be aggressive.
Yeah. If tomorrow is when they plan on attacking, we could corner one of their spellcasters and see if they have any knowledge on greater restorations.
Well, tomorrow is the Tide Waters, correct?
Bolton's plan is to go in the morning. Yeah.
To the Tide
The
Waters.
Tide
Yeah.
Waters or the Scaleful?
Tide Waters to the stockade.
Stockade.
Yeah, stockade.
Oh, and that's the Tide Waters.
So,
Yeah,
Um,
the
I
skillful's
was
at the church, right?
Yeah.
so
One
I was
thing
thinking
is-
I could go to the church and threaten them now, be out by the morning, which if they go and then we go in the morning and take care of the Tide Waters, then that wraps things up neatly.
Source, I really don't want you threatening anyone alone. Besides, I'm way more threatening than you. Like, so
Well,
much.
actually, I was thinking it was either you, me, or Kaimana for different reasons. One, you're super persuasive. Two, Kaimana could change into a creature and fly out or be avoidable. Me, I'm very, very fast.
Source, you're fast, but like, someone can still hurt you. Look, let me put it this way. I care a lot about all of you, and I don't want anything to happen to you.
That's sweet.
I also had one other part of the plan I really wasn't telling you.
Oh, this is why I don't like your plans. They always have this little this bit on the end.
To be such
No,
a
I
young
was
creature,
going to
yourself,
take the bag of holding with the flaming skull in it,
I'm
in
not
case I needed to create a
You know, it's about
distraction.
time we get rid of that. It's been a long time.
There are so many
Because-
personal things in that bag I cannot get to.
Because I am especially good at dodging area of effect spells.
But as long as you bring the bag back,
Well, that's the idea. Is
It's
give
still
them a
very
choice.
dangerous
If they
to
don't
go
take it,
along.
then I unleash mayhem and run away, and then whatever's left in the morning we mop up.
I like this plan.
I do like it.
I just can't go with you because
No.
well, I have to go with Bolton.
Yeah, and it makes sense for only if it's either one person or all of us
I have to
having
drag
a
that.
mixed group.
Gotta drag that stupid nerd with me if I go anywhere.
Yeah, and I'm back up to speed,
Bolton.
so
Okay.
Not
I
you.
can I should be able to get out, but that'll let everybody else rest up and get spells back and all that kind of stuff.
I look to the others. I'm like, I'm not in favor of Source going alone, but we're a group.
Um,
I'm technically still an independent contractor.
I am on the fence. I don't want you to go alone, but I am not as fast and agile as the rest of you, so
Perhaps a couple of you could wait in an alleyway across from the thing, so if I am pursued out.
I mean, Anansi can go with you, and then you can
Yes.
be close by.
The Wyvern are not patrolling the city anymore, are they?
The last you saw of the Wyvern was it was fleeing the city.
It was just the one Wyvern?
There's only one that you've ever seen. Yeah.
Okay, there's only one.
Can you can cast spells through Anansi, right?
Touch base. Yes.
So you could cast invisibility on Source if he gets
Yep.
into a jam.
I definitely could if I had a second level spell.
Oh,
slot.
do you
Let me
have a
see.
slot?
I think I went pretty hard in that.
Yeah, that's true. We all were like flirting in that fight.
Yeah, I don't have any second levels, so
Third level?
He doesn't have
the
that
only
yet.
third levels I have are from the artifact that I got, or not artifact, but the magic
ring,
item that I
yeah.
got,
Mhm.
and they would not be particularly helpful in this situation.
But do you have the spell slot?
Oh no, he casts it
No.
from the item. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It just gives me charges that happen to be third level spells, but not.
I think I can outrun a bunch of goons,
I have.
particularly if I step of the wind. And I can also use I point out the shadow thing on my arm. I can also use one of these to Dimension Door or Shadow Step.
Yeah.
I don't like you using those, but
Oh,
these are
no,
acceptable.
I don't see those.
I don't plan on using them either, but if it came down to it, and I've only got one on me right now, so I can take a second.
Okay.
It's a risk that's really up to you to decide.
Kamana, your thoughts?
If you do go, I would send a Nancy with you.
Agreeable.
I think I should go with you, but I back you up in the street. Or I shape change and I'm like a bug on you.
I like that.
Okay. Marlo, your thoughts? Clouded though they may be.
Do you really want 2 bugs on you?
Anansi.
I could be a cat.
Oh, I love
That-
your
There's balance.
cat.
That sounds better.
You're so cute when you have a little cat.
Like, yeah, that's my insight.
Okay.
Two
Or you could be a mouse in the pocket or something like that.
Let me get the list. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is
just
happening.
be careful, and you're smart. You know when to run.
Oh yes.
I'm
This
going
is not the hill to die on.
I'm going to hand you the bag of holding.
No, it's the hill I'm dying on. Up top. I wait for someone to high five me.
Nope, it's not. That's
No one high five Mar. No one high five.
You guys are mean.
That's horrible, Mar.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the bag of holding with the flaming skull in it,
Okay.
and I'll
Does
just
it have some kind of arcane lock on it or something?
It
Or
does.
Right off?
and the key to unlock it was to say the phrase something ridiculous.
I think Jordan came up with the phrase.
I think it was something weird.
Yeah, we
I
met
don't
the.
remember.
I highlighted it somewhere.
I don't remember what it was.
We still have all that jewel. What we gotta drop off at Penelope's and all that crap.
Mhm.
I wondered why we had jewelry. I was like, what was this for? I don't
What's the
know what it
phrase?
is.
I don't know.
I was taking notes in a different thing.
we tell you the phrase. Remind
We
Sure.
met a game.
It's something like Abel's a very cute boy or something stupid like that.
It is something stupid.
This is way back in Northwick. Where we went to?
It was
I'll figure it out. Why
after the rift, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Saurus and Kaimana with the
And Anansi.
Anansi heading out.
Please don't
across
leave the bag of
town.
holding.
Are you
Very
going?
important things in there.
Yeah, there's incredibly important things in there. Are you going to travel stealthily as you're making your way through town, or are you just going to saunter?
Just walk down the middle of the road.
Okay, so it's probably about a 30-minute walk. And so you head out, and it's later evening or later afternoon now. The sun's beginning to set as you're making your way out. So as Saurus and Kaimana head out.
Oh, and one
Okay,
other thing, I get from Abel the trinkets
Oh,
from
yeah,
the people that Artax
Yeah, you've got
brought back.
Gelcor's glaive, and you've got Ionia's holy symbol, and her bracer. Okay, yeah. One
and
of
I've got the bracer and the cup or whatever it was.
The cup was a Tidewater thing, but yeah.
Okay.
So that wouldn't have. But you get anything that's tied to the scaffold. All right, cool. And they're heading out. All right, so as Saurus and Kaimana are heading out, there's a moment where Marlo, Abel, and Jordan, you are all kind of sitting in the room, and you hear.
I am soft and fluffy.
I am soft and fluffy.
Yeah.
You hear like a. Is this a good time, Jordan? And you look up, and Bolton is standing there with a handcuffed Yorian.
Good a time as ever.
I give you about a half an hour before dinner, before he needs to go back to his space.
Thank you.
Motto and Abel staying in the room with this
They are.
conversation. I'll be right outside if there are any concerns. I would like the dulcimer during the conversation, though.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I handed to him.
Okay, he takes the dulcimer and he steps around to the side, and leaving
Be
Yorian
careful
there.
with it. Be careful with it.
Of course, I will be very careful. And Yorian standing there, and Yorian he's got kind of a black eye. His hair is a little scraggly, a little worse for the wear. It's
Do you
good
want to
see you.
sit?
I would love to sit. They've had me strung up for the last 5 or 6 hours or so, and it'd be nice to rest.
Yeah. I like bring him a chair.
Thank you. You're all looking worse for the wear.
Yeah, wasn't a great day for
I'm
you.
dying.
Mars not.
Marlo.
Mars in a very bad way, but she's not gonna die.
Is it
Yet.
not something that they can take care of?
It's the Quicksilver.
Don't snort Quicksilver.
If you're a lichen threat
Oh.
specifically.
Oh.
Well, just in general, we won't be doing
I think
that.
maybe.
I don't think you have to tell them that.
Yeah, I will stay away from Quicksilver. I hope that they're able to do something for you, Marlo.
Oh no, they're useless. But thank you.
That's fair play.
We're gonna go to Alyria and find them someone.
I'm surprised there's not a cleric around in town somewhere, but I guess the current hubbub in Feldspar might have driven them all off or had them all killed. Who knows?
Yeah. We can find one we utilize one for sure.
I'm sorry things didn't quite work out as planned.
Don't think you should apologize to me for that. But
It would have been quite an inglorious escapade, wouldn't have?
be a story for sure. Even though it was pretty stupid what I was doing. So
Well, blazes of glory are not always meant to be smart.
yeah, definitely.
I hope that it hasn't caused too much problem for you. Have they questioned you yet?
Not yet. They will. I haven't been completely honest with you about everything.
Well, I told them that you didn't have anything to do with it, that you were just misguided, that it was all my plan.
You don't have to do that.
But I need to protect you. Like, there's no reason for you to be sacrificed yourself for something so stupid and silly.
I won't be sacrificed.
Sure, how could you be so sure of that?
I like hold my hands out to him so he can see that I'm not cuffed. I like point to the room.
So that he's trusting the ticket takers to watch you? Why don't you just run?
No, it's
Well, that's offensive. I mean, we're
no. You
we're more
are.
capable.
I mean that your friends would surely not hold you back from escape.
I don't want to escape without them, and I don't want to escape. I'm not under arrest. Okay, this is really weird to talk about, but I feel like we should talk about something else first. Before, because I don't think you're gonna like what I say to you after, so we should do the before thing first.
I don't
But,
know how much time we have, Jordan.
Sure. I'll be fast. When you said, you asked me if there was something I had worth dying for, I couldn't answer that. And then I thought about it all night. And the thing is, there's not something I find worth dying for, but there's something I have to do before that happens. And it's not something I can do with Vox Populi, I think.
Is it something that we can help you with?
No, I have to do it on my own. But it's my problem. Look, I don't think you're gonna feel the same way about me after I tell you this.
Jordan,
So
there's nothing that you could say that would change the way I feel.
I really think there is, but I just want to say before that you were a really good friend, and you were my first friend as Juridan, and I'll forever appreciate that. But that's not my name, and that's not who I was before.
What do you mean as Juridan?
I am Ambriel Windsor of the Windsor family. And do everything in my power to use that to help you. And I know you're going to hate that, but that's what's going to happen.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Brielle fucking Windsor.
Yep, you hate me now. I told you you'd hate me.
The missing patrician daughter.
I guess I'm kind of famous. Wow, everyone just knows that, huh? That's cool. I'm sure I think out of character, I think I probably have a signet ring that I probably had to show.
Yeah.
I probably had to show Bolton at some point.
Yeah.
But I have the signet ring and I flash it.
So were you just lying about it all then?
No. I hate everything I said to you was true. Everything about how I felt, about how I wanted to help, everything.
Angry at your father and using Vox Populi's mission to get back at your dad.
Oh, don't water this down to be some kind of personal petty bullshit.
Then what did you care about, Jordy? There's nothing you're willing to die for.
I cared about helping people. And maybe I want to stay alive so I can maximize that to the fullest extent. Maybe I don't have some kind of weird ideal about that.
I think our time is up.
Yeah. I told you it would be. And I'm going to help you, and you're going to hate me for it.
I don't need your help.
I'm sorry, you're going to have it.
I don't think you can give it.
I'm
A
going to try.
patrician can't be seen helping a member of Vox Populi.
I don't want to be that.
Mono,
Yeah.
can you do what I asked you to do?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be there to do it.
Yeah, man.
What should I call you then?
Who, me?
You're the only one.
It's Juridan. It's still Juridan. And it's always going to be.
I hope to see you again sometime, Jared.
I hope not at the end of a rapier.
He turns to leave. And the guard stands there. And he looks back for a moment. And then turns to leave and goes.
Well, excuse me for 1 second, and I crawl under the covers.
Meanwhile,
It's important business.
Yeah.
And I reach out. There's a hand out of each side of the covers as I'm reaching for both of you.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Abel and Marla, there you go.
Give you a
Meanwhile,
little pat on the back.
Yeah.
as the sun
Marcus for a
go ahead.
full cuddle.
Oh.
I'll hand you a glass of wine too.
Just the whole bottle.
So you see it
Lovely
it
tan.
just disappears under the covers.
We're mom and dadding you so hard right now.
Aw. And all right, as the sun is setting across town, you see the white shape of Saurus and
So nervous about
Kaimana heading into the area that you haven't really explored. Where are you at, Kaimana? What are you?
I'm a frog.
A frog, okay.
frog.
A frog in the pocket. All right, Saurus, you're kind of making your way, and you don't see anything as you're walking. There's no patrols. There's the occasional citizen, and you notice there's a nervous energy to the citizens. They're looking around and they're realizing that they're not being watched. That they realize that the streets are empty, and people are coming out of their homes when they normally would be locked behind their doors at certain hours of the day, and they're kind of concerned. A couple do see you and kind of hide away when they see the white rat. But you make your way across town as best you can, following Yorian's map that he had given you all of Feldspar. And you arrive at a small kind of hillock that overlooks a lower section of the town. And there before you is the large cathedral-like structure of the Way of the White, or the Temple of the Eight, that had been desecrated by the Sacred Fold. There's scarring of claw marks and cuts of draconic imagery carved into the outer edges of the space. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I'm going to the bathroom really quick too while you guys are doing this.
Yeah.
I
We
also
both can make
really
it.
have
You're
to do
fine.
that.
Yeah, we're almost. Yeah, you can make a perception check too. You peep out of the pocket.
Sun is in my eyes, and I've only got one, so that's a 7.
Oh no, Kamana.
I rolled a 24.
24. Kamana, it's unsettlingly quiet. In the fact that you're seeing nothing in the streets. Soros, do you approach the church, or do you?
Yep.
Okay, you walk up to the church.
I tell Soros that it's too quiet because he has speak with animals.
Yep, he can communicate with you.
So it comes out as
Yep. But you understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
You approach the church. The doors of the church are ripped off the hinges and kind of just like thrown off to the side. And there is a light inside the church. But as you're looking around the space, you can tell that this used to be a barricaded space, and that there are, barricades in the door or in the streets to prevent large movements of people. But there's not, you don't see any draconids or anything around. You walk into the church and you kind of look around, and then you just hear a voice from behind, back by the altar, but you don't see anybody there. I think if you're looking for your friends, they're gone. They saw.
You think we're?
Oh, go ahead.
You think I'm friends with them?
Well, you are one of the rats, aren't you?
No.
Oh,
Well, I am.
interesting.
But not one of them.
And suddenly you see shimmering movement at the altar. And first you see this hand, a hand as large as you, reach up and grab, and you see almost like this mask materialize in the air, and then slowly pulls the mask off. And the moment the mask pulls away from the face, from the top to the bottom, you see this shimmering image of this very colorfully dressed giantess. Large, grayish shocks of hair that's kind of spiral up into the air and drift, bluish white skin. And she's wearing this almost like clownish garb. But you notice that she's just kind of floating there in space, like lounged back. No. The dragons have gone. Their poor leaders dead in the streets.
Yes, we may have had something to do with that.
Oh,
I was coming to give them an ultimatum about leaving, but they seem to have beat me to it.
Ah, well, yes, they need leadership. And with the cloud coming, their leaders are approaching, so they wanted to be ready for the absconding.
Okay, you want to clarify that?
You don't know then. Oh, I was so interested in having something to take back with me. My lord so much loves interesting things for his menagerie. Would you like to join me in the clouds then?
I'll end up there eventually, I think.
Oh, perhaps.
On my own.
Sooner than you might imagine. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
No.
Can I help him?
No.
No. That's literally what I came back to, was make a charisma saving throw.
That's 19 plus
Ooh.
1.
So you
So a
feel,
dirty 20.
yeah. So you feel this compelling energy kind of wash over you as this like giantess leans forward, and it's almost like a kiss that leaves her lips and flies over in your direction, and it hits. But you, your monk-like mentality, you're able to maintain your own order. Oh, how upsetting. I see that it didn't take hold then. Well, no matter. The city won't be here very long anyway. It would have been a much safer escape if you'd just come with me. But if you'd like to stay behind, there are cuter things.
Interesting.
What? Well then. She pulls the mask back up, and you see it kind of shimmers onto her face, and slowly the sparkling energy from below rises up and ensconces her, and she kind of vanishes again. But you feel like this energy of a footstep hit, and then another footstep hit. And they're getting quieter, but they're moving towards you. So you can get the sense that either her mass is shrinking or something, but her footsteps are getting smaller. But then you hear just normal footsteps passing by you as they head out the door of the front of the church. The last thing you hear is just a chuckle, and it says, "I can see it on the horizon. It's making its way." And she fades off into the distance.
You know, the floating castle in the air. I wonder what happened if a literal boatload of quicksilver got rammed into it. What that would do to its elevation from.
I don't know.
We're trying to weaponize the Quicksilver source.
I'm trying to, and I didn't get to release the bag. Damn.
Oh no! Do you go out? Do you go outside, Saurus?
Not yet.
Okay.
I actually want to, and I'll pull Kaimana out of the pocket so he can either frog or not frog. I want to search, and see if they have any archives where they might have kept scrolls.
Okay, go ahead and make it an investigation check.
I'll help.
Okay.
I'm gonna need that help. Oh no, double threes.
Oh no.
Just a frog.
Yeah. Yeah, looking around.
I have no idea what to look for. It's too messy.
Yeah, and a lot of the spaces have been ransacked or messed up or torn down in some ways. They've torn down all iconography of the 8 and have hung up this iconography of this scaled fold everywhere. But you do find a locked door at the back of the apiary of the church.
I kicked the door open.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
That would be a 16.
Okay, yeah, so it takes a couple of hits, but then you're able to buckle in the door and it kicks open. Inside, the smell immediately hits you. It smells of somebody who has perhaps been living in this space without a shower for a while. And you can tell that there's smell of fresh food, so you can tell that they've been provided with food, but the person that's in this space is not. You see a woman, elven in nature, darker skin, whitish shock of hair, and she's wearing very dirty, but you can tell at one time white robes.
And who might you be?
I am the priestess of this temple. Are you with them?
No, they've left. We're part of the reason why they left.
Oh, so are you here to save me then?
Happy circumstance, yes.
Oh, thank goodness. And she gets like immediately tears beginning to string down her face of this like concept. They've locked me away here for weeks. I don't know.
We recently freed the mayor as well, who was being kept.
Oh, my name is Fiora. I'm the priestess of this temple. And she kind of steps out into the temple and like sees the desecration of the space around her. It's just, I can't believe that they've done this to this place. Thank you. Is the town safe now?
There are still the Tide Warders. We're taking care of them tomorrow. I actually have a friend who is sick. Is there any chance you could help?
I would be happy to do what I am able. And she kind of goes back into the room, and she finds a symbol that is hidden away, and she puts it on, and it's a symbol of all 8 gods combined. It's like this tetrahedron type object. Yes, please lead the way away from here. I'd be happy to take a look, and then hopefully.
And we're going to a springs where you can clean yourself up.
Oh,
I'm sure we can find clothes for you.
Oh, thank you. That would be wonderful. I didn't think that I would ever see the freedom of the day, but then I heard that they were rummaging around and trashing the space earlier, and then it grew silent, and I didn't know what had occurred.
They ran away.
Oh, thank blessings for small miracles, then. Please, take me to your friend.
I lead the way.
All right, and that's where we will pick up next time.
Whew, what a session.
Oh God!
The invisible giant.
I love that. I never thought you'd meet that character, and you still didn't really meet her, but I love her.
She's so hot. What the fuck?
So hot.
I love her so much.
Jace, you didn't even hear like.
Oh, I got like 2 lines out of that character.
Woo,
I was like here for it. Can't wait to watch that back.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
love her
God.
so much. Yeah, and that's session 50.
Wow.
Oh my God! What
I
a great
know,
session.
yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Yeah. So we've got with the skillful like a broken group of organization has no leadership. There was no way that there was going to be any organization of what they were doing left. You guys decimated them last time.
I didn't know how many leaders they had.
I will.
They had 1 officer.
Here's
It's like, oh,
Here's the thing. 2 of the roles that Abel had took out there were 3 priestesses, and 2 of the priestesses got hit with Artax.
Nice.
So
Yes, Artax.
Amazing.
yeah. So if that hadn't occurred, then they would still have had some form of leadership. But yeah, with Gelcor and Iona. Yep.
Awesome.
I just really don't like that they're talking about like that they're evacuating the city because there's clouds coming here. That's
I will
not
say the final image that you see, Soris, is like the sun is setting and like you're walking out and you see far off on the horizon like a single cloud far away. Like it's very small. But it's so odd because there are no other clouds in the sky, and this one is like this roiling blackish red color, almost like the way that clouds are when the sun hits them. But as you're walking through town, it just seems to be getting ever larger.
Oh, I don't like that at all, Josh. Feldspar is going to be the worst day, but this is the worst week of Jury's life. And it just keeps getting worse for them. It's great. I'm like, oh God, we're just going to pile it on, huh? Mars poisons and...
I'm fine.
Totally.
I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah.
all right, bye.
All right. I'll see y'all next time.
Bye, everyone.
All right, bye.
Bye.